Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you with some pretty major breaking news that just came into our newsroom in the last 15 minutes about a major prostitution ring that has been broken up by a 2-year investigation. This is really astounding. According to the Ohio Investigative Unit, the Secret Service Task Force, and a host of other agencies, including the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office. It was 2017 that they received a complaint, and I want to get it in their words, a complaint of individuals in a long-term commercial sex investigation, complaints about illegal activity taking place in massage parlors. That's what they're labeling these places. And over a 2-year investigation led to 16 search warrants that were filed recently into, I believe, 16 different locations. And it led to the arrest of 7 individuals. We'll get to those names in just a second. But according to the investigators, this is a quote from Major Gary Allen with the Ohio Investigative Unit. He said, "We will not turn a blind eye to criminal enterprises such as this one. We will continue to work with our partners to hold those accountable for their roles in commercial sex businesses." This is a major bust. As we look through now, here are the locations that were given to us by the Ohio Investigative Unit. We're going to run through them. The JC Relaxing Inc., that was in Brunswick. The Hunan Massage, that was in Perkins Township. Robust Asian Massage in Strongsville. Our next list is the SC Relax Inc. in Strongsville. The Sunny H Reflex Inc. in Broadview. Relax Inc., you can kind of see a pattern that these were sort of all run together. The Relax Inc. in Kent, the Lucky Jade in Medina, the Ming Relax Inc. in Lorain, the Bamboo Relaxing Massage in Worcester, the WD Relax Inc. in Mansfield, the Sun GR Reflect Inc. in Cleveland and in Columbia Station, the Posh Massage in Avon. And our last set on here is there were apartments that were listed, a couple of them on Old Eagle Drive and Plymouth Court in Brunswick. And that's the complete list of the locations that were taken down with these search warrants. Again, the Ohio Investigative Unit is calling them massage parlors, and that there was sexual activity going on there. I'm going to read through real quickly some of the names of the individuals that were arrested, and they went before a grand jury, Cuyahoga grand jury, last week. They were indicted for promoting prostitution. There is Jay Yi Dong, 42 years old, Sai Rong Chen, 44, Fei Wang, 41, and Yan Wang, 41. All of those were from Brunswick. The Che Kui Yu, 48, of North Royalton. Robert Schwartz, 50, he's from Copley. And then the Medina County Grand Jury indicted Liu Lian Fu, 50 years old, of North Royalton, on the same charge. We get another quote from Michael O'Malley, the prosecutor here in Cuyahoga County, saying these parlors were illegally operating through multiple communities, including 4 here in Cuyahoga County. He said, "I commend the multiple agencies involved who helped put an end to this criminal activity." And again, I want to go through those locations one more time. Let's start at the top, because this shows just how far-reaching this sort of, whether they were all being run together as one business, if all of these individuals knew each other. We're going to get answers to those questions throughout the afternoon. But again, we see a facility in Brunswick, in Perkins Township, in Strongsville. On the next list, we have another location in Strongsville, Broadview Heights, Kent. So this is all over Northeast Ohio that we've seen this, that these busts happen. In Medina, Lorain, in Worcester, in Mansfield. One location had the same name in both Cleveland and in Columbia Station, one in Avon, and then we see sort of a list of apartments, 3 apartments that were being used as massage parlors. So this is a sizable bust. It has been quite a while in Cuyahoga County since we have seen a prostitution ring or a massage parlor ring being that has been taken down like this in one group. This investigation has gone on for 2 years, according to the Office of, or the Ohio Investigative Unit, working with the Secret Service Task Force. What will be interesting to see if that comes out of this, much like we saw in Florida. If you'll remember the whole Robert Kraft case, the owner of the New England Patriots, how much investigation, how far reaching will this go? Did those investigative units, were they setting up cameras? Were they catching the men or women going into these massage parlors to pay for this illegal activity? Might we see indictments come on that? I can only think that there might be quite a few nervous individuals in Northeast Ohio that have just heard about these locations that have been busted and are now wondering what it might mean for them. Are there client lists? Is there documentation showing who paid for what? Those are questions we also want to get the answer to. Again, this just came out in the last 15 to 20 minutes, and we wanted to get you the information right away. We have a reporter, Sia New Yorker, who is on her way to some of these locations to find out what happened and really to find out what's next. We know that the state of Ohio is one of the leaders in the country when it comes to sex rings, when it comes to people being trafficked within sex rings. We saw a big push when it got around the All-Star game, the Major League Baseball All-Star game, that there was a big push to talk about the illegal activity of women who are being traded from state to state. And unfortunately, Ohio is one of the leaders in the country, partially because of our interstate system, partially because of our location and proximity to some major populations, whether you're talking about Chicago, Detroit, Cincinnati, and then when you head out east, when you get to New York City and the East Coast, Ohio is sort of in a central route of all of that. So we'll want to see what falls out of this. This may be more than just some massage parlors that have been busted. All total 16 different locations and 7 individuals who are facing charges of promoting prostitution. Might there have been of some individuals working in these massage parlors against their will? We'll have to wait and see. The Ohio Investigative Unit is in charge of this ring. We've got calls into them to see how far, again, this goes out. But it will be interesting to see if in the next few days we start to see maybe other arrests, other indictments come out for the individuals who were paying for services at these locations. Again, according to the Ohio Investigative Unit, according to the Secret Service Task Force that called these massage parlors that were using this as a commercial sex business. This is a big breaking news story for Northeast Ohio. We're going to be continuing on this. It's 2 o'clock. When we get more information here, if you get a push alert on your phone, we may come back to you live if we're able to get some interviews before we get to our 4 o'clock news. We want to be able to get you the latest information on this because this is going to end up sending some ripples throughout Northeast Ohio as they look into these operations and exactly what was going on in there and possible indictments for the men and women who were paying for services at these massage parlors. For now, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News Now. We wanted to make sure we got you this breaking news situation and got you some comprehensive coverage before we get to our 4 o'clock news on 19. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News Now.
19 News. First, fair, everywhere.